Hey everyone, this is Headphone Candy with another tip on how you can get good at guitar fast. So I was talking with my friend Brian, who is kind of my guru for understanding YouTube since I don't really know this format so well. And he talked a lot about the sausage factory and going inside the sausage factory. And it's a brilliant concept of taking people inside of how we got there and how things are done and how things are made and how, especially in music, how do people get cool sounds? How do people learn? And so I wanted to bring you inside and talk a little bit about how I started and how this could relate to you and give you a good tip on how you can apply this to your own playing. So I was about 6, maybe 7 years old, and my mom was my initial guide for guitar and my initial inspiration to want to play guitar. She would sing to me and play guitar when I was really, really young, and she just had the most angelic, beautiful voice, and it inspired me to want to play. And so she had this old Spanish guitar she bought in the 60s, and when I was about 6 or 7, I started picking it up and didn't know what to do, didn't know anything. And so finally she showed me one chord, and I learned it. I was about 7, and it was A major. So basic chord, beginner chord, you know. Some of you might know it. Some of you might be thinking about knowing it. It's a good chord to know. It's an important chord to know. So as I was 6, 7, 8 years old, this was the only chord I knew. I'm embarrassed to say that I played guitar for 10 years and basically knew one chord, as anybody who watched me play guitar in high school could attest to. So, but I did know this one chord, so I would just sit and play for hours and hours and hours and hours this one chord. Literally for probably 3 years, I just played this one chord, 2 to 3 years, nothing else, but just this one chord over and over. And eventually it dawned on me after 3 years, when I was about 9 or so, well, what would happen if I moved this chord around? What would happen if I didn't just sit here and do the same thing for 4 hours a day and did something else with it? So I started moving the same chord, the same A form, not changing these 3 fingers at all, other than where they were on the neck. It's a very simple concept, and this is what I really want to encourage you to do to accelerate your playing, is to move anything you do around the neck to where it sounds good, right? So you go, oh, that sounds cool, right? Same exact, my fingers are in the same position. Those 3 chords, I have a song I wrote a couple years ago that still uses those chords. Wow. I'm literally still, 40 years later doing the exact same thing. I use those 3 chords. Anyway, so there's A, there's B, so that's like a Tom Petty song, right? I think he uses that. So there's people that use that, right? Catch, scratch, fear. Something like that. I haven't played that since I was 14. So that's what I want you to do. I want you to find it. Could be A. Try it with A. You probably have already learned that or a similar chord. And just move it all around. And obviously, I'm skipping ones that don't sound as good like that. But that's the trial and error. You go. Try to each step, and you'll go, oh, I don't like that. That's not very melodic. And as you're doing this, you're training your brain to recognize where frets, these are called frets, in case you don't know, where it sounds good on each fret, on each string. And it's osmosis. You think you're not learning, oh, I'm not studying, but you are learning. And hopefully if you do this diligently and skip spending 3 years on one chord like I did, you can accelerate your playing much, much faster than I did. So thanks for watching, and sorry to play Ted Nugent for you. I know he's not very popular. But Again, please like and subscribe. Make any comments. I'm happy to answer any questions. Let me know what you want to hear or you want me to help show you, and I'll be happy to do so. This is Headphone Candy, and thanks for watching. Bye.